Hello, my lovely Virgos. As I was getting ready to do your reading last night, actually, when I was anticipating it, I kept seeing you with your heart. And within your heart, there was a beautiful flame, but it was not the kind of flame that you see with the traditional burning heart, the tattoo, the symbol where the whole heart is full of flame. This was a beautiful, contained, almost like a candle, but but bigger than a candle. The flame is bigger than a candle, but it had that gentle quality to it. And it was being protected and held within your heart. And I had no idea where I was going to go with this when I did this reading. But as I started tuning into it, the feelings that I was getting from Spirit, and I'm getting lots of shivers now, is that this is a sign of your transformation. This is a sign of a transformation of your personality by virtue of letting go of the parts of you have come to identify as having been betrayed. Stick with me on this. As having been left, as having been in any way a victim of love. Okay? Now, the reality of it is most of us, as we go through love relationships, have experiences that don't work. But what I'm really getting here with this is, when I looked up what the Flaming Heart was about, there are many different things it can connect to. But it seemed to support, as I was reading through these different things, it seemed to support the feeling that I had. So the feeling that I had with this was that there was peace in your heart, that there was a new light in your heart, that things had cleared. And now it was as though your heart was this beautiful chamber full of light. Now, as I was looking up the meanings of some of these things, this one struck me. It can signify personal transformation, with the flames representing purification or a burning away of negativity. It's a common symbol in Mexican art, representing hope, pain, beauty, faith, and love. And it can be a sign of a powerful and a lasting force. There are many different things, but it has the quality of transformation. Any single one of the things that you read about it, it has the quality of transformation to it. And this is what I feel has been happening with you. Now, something has come to my attention as I've been doing as one specific reading that I did this week for someone. And it's the idea of the fact that as we go through, I'll try to make it brief, as we go through our learning and our experiences, we move down through the different emotions as they are represented by the chakras, where we get to the root chakra, and that's where our ego is identified. And that's where we question, is this all we are? Who are we? The energy then comes back up to the crown chakra, which is where we start getting insights, wisdom. It moves into the third eye chakra, where we start getting a sense of intuition and a sense of connectedness of things. And then down through our throat chakra, which is where we express our true self, our deeper self. But then the transformation can only come into the heart, because it's only in the heart chakra that we are able to genuinely look with compassion at who we have been, how we have lived, what we have experienced, and where we are able to finally say in that space, am I ready to be more? Am I ready to let go of the ideas, the thoughts, the beliefs, the identifications that I've had that are no longer serving me? Can I expand my vision of who I am? Am I ready to accept that I am more than I thought I was? That I'm capable of more, that I'm capable of not just giving more, but I'm capable of receiving more, that I'm stronger than I thought I was, Virgo, that I am more lovable than I thought I was, that I am more loving than I thought I was, in a strong way, in a way where I am able to set boundaries, where I'm able to trust the love that I have in my life so that I'm able to set boundaries, that I'm able to trust I am lovable enough that when I set boundaries that honor me first, the people who I think love me really do and will stick around and honor that and respect that. And will I be strong enough to accept the fact that some of them won't? Now, Virgo, remember this is a process, right? This is a process of you growing in your ability to be experiencing yourself, loving differently, loving others differently, with confidence, with trust, loving yourself differently, which allows you to be able to love others differently and allows you then to attract other people in. Because now you've got this heart. Like for obviously, this will not be for everybody, and it's not just for July 21st. This is for the Virgos that are either working towards this or who already have done this. This, or are wishing to do this. This is you opening your heart to the flame of change, to the flame of spirit that is essentially you, that exists in every cell of your being, that is there in you, that divine frequency which has given life to you, source energy. It's in you, and this is you really embracing it and letting it come forth in your heart in a way where transformation can take place. And the reason I believe it is going to be possible for so very many of you to really do this is because I am seeing it in your heart. And because it is a gentle, loving flame, and it's bright, and it's literally like your heart is this beautiful sacred chamber. So for me, what I feel is though many of you have already experienced that sense of divine love in yourself. Whether you've called it that or whether you've just started experiencing it within a sense of grace, this is what it feels like is happening for you. And once you change that, who you are changes. Your story changes. You leave behind the story you don't need, and you move forward into a new one that you get to create from this new loving, and I will say wise, compassionate place. Okay? Compassionate doesn't mean wishy-washy in any way. Compassionate has strength to it and courage to it, which allows you to be fully and authentically who you are in the face of wherever you are and in front of whoever you are. Now, the cards that come up for you are very much supporting you to forgive what you need to forgive. And I would say in this case, really, can you imagine what I'm getting here is an image of a meditation, of a visualization where you can literally imagine yourself moving into this expanse of this beautiful, beautiful chamber, which is your heart, with a beautiful light flowing in it that is ever present, that will not go out, that you have now identified as yours. And what you can do is let yourself linger in that space and linger in that love and know that this is divine grace, and that within divine grace you can give up all concerns about any kind of betrayals, anytime someone let you down, anytime someone was malicious. You can move into forgiveness, understanding from this exalted place of compassion and higher conscious mind that we are all making mistakes all the time. And it's our choice whether or not we forgive ourselves and whether or not we forgive other people within this context of we're all stumbling around in this humanity with all of these emotions that we've never been taught to manage. And sometimes our fears will get the better of us, and we will not act in ways that are in our best interest or the people that we care about. So you're being asked to consider this. And when you have difficulty, you're being asked, okay, now this is where you get to decide. Do you wish to let go of the past? Do you wish to let go of those parts of you that are hurt? Are you willing to let that love seep into those parts of you that are hurt and transform them. Transmute that energy into love, into compassion, and into grace, because it's going to be your choice. Now, your choice is going to sometimes take a little bit of discipline because, oh my goodness, the old stories, they're just so seductive in a way. And we've lived in them for so long. And sometimes the ache and the pain of those stories makes us feel alive, especially in the absence of something new coming in. But this is your turning point. This is your ability. And when I say this is your turning point, it's not today. It's not when you read this or when you hear this. This is the turning point in your consciousness. And you will come back to it if you don't do it now, because you are in a path of evolution, as we all are. But this now is something for you to really be able to consider. Are you prepared to let go of that old identification? If you are, then you're also going to be letting go of the idea that people hurt you, the idea that you were a victim, the idea, not that the people hurt you, of course, you felt hurt, but it's you felt hurt. Can you let go of they hurt me? That's key. You're being asked, if you start falling into the old seductive stories that you have decided you don't want to be in order to be able to lean more completely into grace. Grace is not earned. Grace is a state in which we receive, for no apparent reason, a divine influence which strengthens us in a way that eases whatever problematic or miserable state we find ourselves. Grace needs only to be accepted in order to be received. So if you find yourself falling into a miserable place, use your beautiful Virgo logical brain to activate positive energy for yourself by looking for positive triggers. Music that uplifts you, stories that uplift you, the ability to laugh, focusing on things that make you feel grateful, focusing on the appreciation of your senses, artwork, taste, music, dance, animals, pets that you love, children that delight your heart, watching dance, whatever it is that allows you to start moving into that positive and uplifting energy, that's going to be a way for you to be able to move more completely into this. Virgo, this is one of the most beautiful images that I've had, and I feel that this is really a continuation of everything that we've been talking about. I really feel that this, for many of you, is going to be the turning point into a really beautiful new story. And that the clues, they're not even clues, they're here, they're pointed right out for you. That this is a way for you to do it. This is a way for you to work with this, should you decide you're ready. And when you decide you're ready, and again, sometimes things happen in phases, and we need to do part of it and then come back to it. So it's not like you got to do it all now. But this is a pathway that you can move toward, that you can linger on, okay? And take your time with it, because you know that you have divine guidance with you. You have grace, and lean into that, okay? Take care, my very dear Virgos.